Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. We are in the Integra today. We're having a little bit of an issue. I knew it was an issue already that I was having, but we're going to try to fix that issue today. We're going to correct it and go from there. So let me get this car back to the house and in the garage, and we'll start working on it. All right, guys. All right. We are here. We are back. Thank you guys for joining me. Welcome. Have a great day. I hope everybody out there is having a great day, even though it's, you know, might be weary, might be dreary, whatever, but the weather is nice. The weather is rainy. The weather is, I don't know what the weather is where you're at, but it's okay here. It's still decent. It's still overcast. It's Texas, so it's going to be probably like 103 degrees later on this evening. But anyway, we are back. We are in the garage. Today we are going to address my tie rod issue in the Integra. So your tie rod should be pretty parallel to the ground at all times, but when you lower it, you're going to bring it up, and now it's at an angle. The problem with that is when you hit a bump, your steering wheel kind of wants to jerk one way or the other depending on the pothole. Well, the other day when it was raining and I went over some potholes and bumps because we got some bad roads around here, I had a hard time keeping it under control with the steering. It just really kind of wanted to jerk and then hydroplane. But we're going to address the issue of the outer tie rods today. We are going to reverse them, flip them, move them around. We're going to try to get them more parallel and in the right direction and angle that they need to be at. So we're going to get out of here. We're going to raise the car up. We're going to take the wheels off, and we're going to address this issue and show you the good parts, the race car parts that we got for the Integra. So here we go. All right. So got the Integra up in the air, up on jack stands, secured, safe for us to get underneath it and do a little bit of work onto it. Let me show you kind of what I'm talking about. So this is our tie rod end right here. Now it should be parallel just like this, but as soon as I put the car on the ground and everything, because it's lowered, it raises this up, so all this sits at an angle like that. It ends up causing a lot of problems when it comes to really handling the car, and especially going over any kind of bumps, hard turns. I do have sway bars and spherical bearings for the sway bar end links to stiffen it all up and everything, but we still have minor. And the fact that I do want to, will be going with air ride soon. I just want to make sure that everything's going to be good onto it, because I do plan on keeping this car for a long time. It kind of wanted to be the staple of what I'm trying to do here in the business of DBJ 710 fabrication. I want people to be able to see this and be like, that is a DBJ 710 build. That is their car. That is their staple. This just shows them what they can do. So I do want longevity out of it. I do want reliability. I also want badass. So we are doing some parts onto it. Like, I will not have to cut the notch and everything, so when we raise it and lower it. So we're going to start by taking this off. We got just a nut up under here. Take that off. Crack your nut here, back it off, and all that stuff. But first, before we get started, we are going to look at what parts we have. I'm excited about these parts. I love these parts. They're just amazing. So it's not a sponsorship, it's not a paid product placement, but you know, we might try to work something out with the company. But just let's take a look real quick. So this is what we have, the TryHart, I guess that's how they're pronounced. Like I said, if any executives out there are seeing this and want to do something with us, we're more than open to do something. I can use some nice parts. So, but let's open this up and see what we got. So we have the TryHart. We have these new tie rod ends. I'm doing this one-handed, so let's just kind of shake it out of here. So these beefy TryHart tie rod. The great thing about it is they are reversed, so instead of mounting from the top, they'll mount underneath, which is great. So that's going to actually solve the problem of where our angle is. Oh, my nut just dropped. So this is great. So we have a spherical or Heim joint bushing in here. This is awesome. This is actually like a dust boot cover, so you can prevent dirt, debris, moose, cats, whatever you run over getting in there, and wearing this out a lot quicker. It's great because the bolt is actually tapered, so it'll go in from the top just like a factory one, but it secures the opposite way, and this goes on the underside of it. So these are awesome. They're really quality and beefy materials, so there should be no problem with it. The dust protector boot, I really love that. Comes with new cotter pins, so we're good there. So this is awesome, man. I'm excited to be getting this installed. Can't wait to see how it handles and the performance onto it. Let me get my castle nut that fell. Let's get that off, and I'll see you in a minute. All right, so like I said, what we're gonna do is just unbolt everything. A good rule of thumb, a lot of people will say that when you're taking off your tie rod ends, when you are turning it, count your threads so you know how many times the threads back out, because you want everything to go back and it's pretty close in the area that you have it in, just so when you go and get your alignment, everything's pretty much where it was before. You're just gonna have to, it's an old ugly truck over there. I don't know if that fan was causing too much noise, but so you want everything to go back pretty close to where it was, so when you go in to get your alignment, it's not too far off. So one thing that I really recommend that you do is, as soon as you crack this nut, you back it off way over, get it as far away as you can. Just take some electrical tape or some masking tape or whatever and put tape right there, so when you take this off, you can count your threads, but if you lose count of where you're at, you're not screwed, because now you have the tape there, so when you put the new one on, you just tighten it all the way until it gets to that tape, and that's all you got to do, and then you're pretty much where you're at. Because sometimes I get to counting and then my mind wanders off and I'm on something else and I forget what number I'm on. 36 or am I in 16? I don't know. So just put some tape on the back of that and you'll know exactly where to stop when you're putting your new ones on. So let me get to this. I'm going to take everything off. You don't need to see me, you know, cracking nuts and taking bolts off. So I'm going to do that, put the new ones on, and get back with you guys shortly. All right, guys, another good rule of thumb, when you take your tie rod off, if you can move it up and it doesn't drop, your inner tie rod is good. If you were to like take this out and it suddenly just dropped on its own, your inner tie rod is bad, and now is the perfect time to replace it. Just replace it. It's right there. I mean, everything. But as you can see, this thing is muy bueno. I like this. This is actually very good. So, I mean, I actually did replace the inners last year, so I wasn't too worried about it. But that is a good rule of thumb. So always check those when you're doing any kind of tie rod, because it's best just to change them all together and get it just done and taken care of. So let me move on with this. I got to disconnect this, as you can see. So let me go ahead and take this off, put the new one on, and get back with you in just a minute. All right, we are finished. We got the passenger side completely assembled, completely put on. It's actually really super easy. If you can take your old ones off, you can put these new ones on. There's nothing hard about it. It's pretty much straightforward to it, and they look super amazing. So it's like, yeah, I mean, they look good. I actually raised up the suspension on this side just so we could see. So if you look at it, it is now parallel with the load put on the suspension, so that's going to handle a lot better. If you remember, the old ones mounted from up here, so they were kind of at an angle. These mount from back here, so actually when I air it out, when I go bags, it's getting there. When it's getting there, when I air out, it's actually going to put us at the angle of the original factory OEM ones were when I was just static dropped. So, but check it out. That looks amazing. That looks badass. I can't wait to get this thing on the road and first get it in line, so it's make sure everything's good with it, but see how it handles. See like, oh, just start yanking that wheel and see the response of it now. So I'm super excited. I got to go do the driver's side now, so I will get back with you guys and show you the finished product on that. But this is amazing. One more look, guys. You got the cotter pin in, you got the spacers in, you got the dust boot. Ooh. I do need to replace that bushing, so that's not a good, but I got plans for that one, so that's coming soon. But other than that, man, this looks, oh, it looks amazing. It looks so good, man. All right. So let me go finish that one up and get back with you guys here in just a minute. We are finished. I wish there was no, you know, copyright stuff or whatever, because while I'm working, I'm kind of jamming out to some good music, and I wish I could share it with a lot of you guys out there, but I would get, you know, in trouble with copyrights and YouTube and things like that. So boo, because there's a lot of good music out there that, you know, I think is good and I listen to it, but you know, it's just, I can't play it for you guys. So at least I'm doing it while I'm working on the car. But so check this out. So we got both the driver and the passenger side done. We're tied up there. We still need to get in alignment. We're not going to do that today. We're going to hold off. We're not driving it anywhere today, so I'm not too worried. And also it's Sunday, so it's not like I can go out and get an alignment done onto it. But they look badass, man. I like them. They look cool. They went in super smooth, super easy, high quality parts and everything onto it. So one more look. Ooh. So that is our driver's side. We got driver's side, we got passenger side. We got them done. So pretty quick and simple install, but it should improve a lot of things and a lot of issues that I was having with suspension wise, being a lowered car and really bad roads that we have here in Austin and Central Texas. So on that note, guys, please hit that subscribe button, join the channel, hit that bell notification so you don't miss a thing. You don't want to miss anything. We're doing stuff out here. Leave a comment down below, hit that thumbs up, give a like button. Thank you for watching from the bottom of my heart. Stay gold, stay humble, guys.
Just pick a lane and do your thing. I don't just want to be great, I'll be the best. Make everybody forget all the rest. Man, I feel blessed, pulling through best.